I got a pretty good topic tonight that I want to discuss and get some thoughts on. That's kind of why I'm doing these videos. I don't really want to put one group against another group or anything like that. I really think I may have come off a little harsh on that integrity when I was talking about the crossbow guys. I want to walk that back just a little bit on the harshness. What I said is what I said. My viewpoints are my viewpoints. I'm not a crossbow for everybody kind of guy. Just me. Does that make it wrong? Absolutely not. Okay. It's just my thoughts. And I want to, I was a little rough, and I apologize. If I came off that way, I apologize for coming off a little harsh. Tonight's topic is something I really want to get more feedback. The feedback I got on that video was outstanding. Thank you. I don't think anybody was overly malicious in some of their responses. I'm not going to say I didn't deserve it if you were. So, but here's tonight's topic. Listen to me now. I love to exercise. And the other day I was rucking around our local track. I had 40 pounds in my bag. I'm just going around. And the podcast that I was listening to was talking about successes in life. And the subject guy he said this. He said, the earlier somebody has success in their life, extreme success in their life, the more counterproductive it is towards their future successes. And he said that the reason, that's what his study showed. And I don't know if he's a sociologist. I don't know what he is, but that's what he said his research showed. And he said because the young people at a young age don't have a grasp of how hard life can be. And how, you make $1 million at 20 years old. What would you and I have done with $1 million at 20? Because I can tell you right now, I'd have blowed the crap out of it. Probably wouldn't have made it again anyway. But what I'm saying, and you know how my mind works, because I'm a hunting guy, I'm an outdoors guy. How does that correlate in the hunting world? Where does that fall in with hunting? Is it the same way? And then I got going down this rabbit hole. If you exercise like that to where you can really start going down rabbit holes, I went down them. And I was wondering if a young person has success early. And I'm not talking about a couple doe, couple spikes, couple, 3-4 point. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is like what we consider once in a lifetime deer at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old. How does that correlate? So I got with a kid. If you look on my YouTube, and I haven't looked yet, I don't know when it was. It's probably about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I did a video with a young man named Drew Clark. You'll see the video. Drew is a friend of mine. I've known Drew since he was a kid. Drew killed behind his house. Now we're in North Louisiana. We did for 142 inches in North Louisiana. You don't kill them every year. You may get a chance at one of them every, 10 years. I don't know. Some people may not ever get a chance at it. Drew, when he was a young man, and I'm talking about probably about 12, 13, killed 142 inch 10 point. Beautiful, perfect 10. He'd been hunting behind his house. Went back here, got him. He called me, said, Mr. Greg, I got him. I said, okay. And I had these videos I was trying to do at the time. I went to Drew's house, did an interview with him. And when I'm rucking, I'm thinking about Drew Clark. And I said, okay, there's one subject. So I called up his dad, Mikey. I called up Mikey. Mikey gave me Drew's number. I called Drew. Drew's now in his 20s, like early 20s, 20, 21, 22. And I asked him, I said, Drew Clark, I want to know your opinion. I didn't sway him one way or another. I said, Drew, tell me, do you think, no, I didn't say that. I said, Drew, tell me how that deer affected you. What effect did it have on your future hunting? This is what he told me. He said, man, when I killed that deer, you couldn't tell me nothing. He said, it lit my fire to an unbelievable height. Leading into that next season, he said, man, I'm planting food plots. I'm prepping stands. I'm doing the work. Just how it is. The whole time I'm thinking, okay, I'd probably be the same way. And then he says this. He said, but it got to where in the back of my mind, it always was saying, that deer ain't out here anymore. That deer's not out here anymore. You ain't going to get another like that. And he said, I'm going to be honest with you. While my fire was so red hot at the beginning of the season, it died out relatively quickly. And he said, and I'll be honest with you too on this, it's not as hot as it used to be later on in the season. He said, I still get fired up for hunting, but And this is what he told me. He said he doesn't believe he is as eat up with it all season long like he used to be. So I called up his dad, Mikey. I said, Mikey, as a parent, I want you to tell me as a parent, did you see a change in Drew's hunting style? And he kind of laughed at me. He said, yeah. He said, man, I'm telling you. He said the kid was fired up, hot, red hot for it. He said, I see him get a lot. I see him lose his drive for hunting a lot quicker in the season than Nicholas. Now, he's got an older brother, Nick. And Nick, let me tell you, he is eat up with it from the word go. Nick has not had the success that his little brother has. Nick's still chasing that 140-inch deer. And Nick and Drew, and don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from him. Young man gets out there and gets it. But where Drew may kind of pull back a little bit, maybe go duck hunting or maybe do something else during his time, Nicholas, he stays with it. So I've got the perspective, right? I've got the kid, I got the parent. And I'm an official scorer for the Buckmaster Whitetail Trophy Records. I'm friends with what I consider one of the most famous social media famous scorers. Toby Hughes, he's I think it's Big Bucks of Ohio. And I got with Toby. If you haven't followed Toby on social media, go do it. You'll see some of the biggest deer killed all year long. Him and Ed Waite, good lands. The amount of deer that they score in 1 year, I don't think I've scored in 12. It's as far as trophy book deer. So I called Toby. I said, Toby, tell me what you think. I don't know what to think. And I kind of gave him the rundown of what I just explained to you. And Toby told me this. He said, I've seen it two ways. He said, I've seen the way that you're talking about, where it kind of is a little counterproductive to keeping them going in the sport. He said this. I've also seen it to where the young person lays with it. He said they lay with it. Their priorities change. They're no longer shooting the smaller deer and heavy. Now they raise that bar a little bit. The key, though, he thought, was in the raising, in the mentors and the people that they have around them. How much drive do they have to stay in the woods? How much do they want to stay in the woods and kind of build up success around just hunting? Not necessarily what you kill, but just hunting in general. And I thought that was a really cool perspective, man. So I'm asking, I want the Facebook group or the YouTube group or whoever. I'm sharing this on a couple of social medias. I want to know your personal experience. I'm looking for firsthand experience. Does it mirror what Drew went through? Did you actually lose your drive for a little while? Maybe you come back. I want to know if you're a person that had success at an early age. And I'm talking about what people consider a once in a lifetime deer. Did you lose your drive? Did it spark your drive? What did it do for you? If you're a parent, what did you watch your child go through in that transition of, and I tell you this, it's kind of like, what is that old proverb? A wise man learns from his own mistake. Oh, a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from others. I'm a parent. I'm trying to steer my girls in the right direction. I got one that wants to hunt. I got one that doesn't really give a flip about it. I want to make sure I'm steering these young ladies in the right direction. Other people probably the same way. So if one of them has success, some people who have been through it, let me know some pitfalls or some things that you saw. That's what I'm looking at, man. I'm not trying to stir up any controversy today. I'm not trying to stir up controversy at all. I kind of stepped in the last time I made a video. So yeah, shoot me up, man. Give me some comments. If you had early success, what happened? If you were a parent, what did you see? Good luck this year, guys. I'm going to have some more videos on my YouTube. We have a Union Parish buck contest here where I live. And if you're not interested in seeing deer from Union Parish, don't pay any attention. But I really would appreciate some activity on this so, others can learn. So good luck to you this season. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.